Hello everyone, Bruce here, and it is Monday, the 4th of November, 2023, just kidding, it's 2024, and I'm on my way home, and I got to thinking about, put this up, dirty windshield up here, perception of time. Sprinkling out a little bit here too, by the way. That's all right. That's okay. Getting all the riding in I can this year. 50,478 miles on the odometer today. Going strong. Anyways, back to perception of time and how we perceive it. Time, that is. Anyways, so we were getting out of work, some of us, on Fridays at around 5 to 7 o'clock. I work second shift. Usually second shift's hours, 3 to 11-ish. It's an 8-hour day, if you work an 8-hour day. And they withdrew that for the 4 or 5 of us that were doing it, and I was upset about that at the time. Still a little irked about it, because I enjoyed getting out while it was still early in the day on Friday. It made me feel like I had a 2.5-day weekend, which I did. Now, in order to achieve that, I was working 9+ hours every day, which is not a huge amount of hours by any stretch, considering I've used to work 10, 11, 12-hour days, but we haven't done that in a while, so even that 9.5 hours was, sometimes, certain days, was intense, right? So anyways, they put us back from, honky honky, they put us back to 8-hour days, 5 days a week, and generally, that would mean I work 3 to 11, but being the area milling lead, I am required by the company to be there for meetings that we have on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 2. So I took it upon myself to make my schedule a 2 to 10 p.m. 8-hour day. And I never knew how much I would like working these hours. I think it's almost better than working less hours on Friday. Almost. That hour, just that hour, from 11 to 10, changing that at night makes all the difference in the world when you're working till 11. And I know I'm coming in an hour earlier, so I'm still working the same amount of hours, but the perception and the way my mind perceives it, I eat lunch or dinner at around 7:30, between 7:30 and 8, whenever I get a chance to go. That's my lunch period. And I usually take that, which means by the time I get back from lunch, certain days, it can be an hour and a half left to work, right? I'm leaving at 10, and it's like, oh my God, it's time to go home already. Whereas if I work till 11, I'd still have 3 hours left, 2.5, 3 hours left. It's like, oh my God, I got all this time left. What the hell? But moving that 1 hour, man, that's some bright lights, has made all the difference in the world. And I'm curious as to why. I think the reason I perceive it that way is because I've now taken the day, I have split the day up into increments of time that go by at a faster rate in my mind. Time is a constant. No matter what, an hour is an hour, 2 hours is 2 hours, so forth, so on. 60 seconds is a minute, right? That flag over there has got to be the most beautiful thing when it's flying at night and the right colors of the lights they have on it. I have to stop one day when that thing's in full mass and get a picture of that. But anyways, so I go in at 2, and I usually take my first break at around 5. So I work 3 hours, I take a break. Alright? Then I go back and I work another 2.5 hours, basically, 2.5, 3 hours, and I take a lunch break. Alright? My lunch break is 20 minutes, give or take 5. It's a short lunch, paid lunch, so short. And then I come back, and usually no more than 2 hours is left in the day by leaving at 10. And I think because I've gotten myself so accustomed to doing 3 and 3 that the 2 just flies by, because I've tricked my mind into thinking you get out of here real soon, you know. And if it was 3, 3, and 3, I think it'd drag on a little bit longer. But it's weird how we perceive time, how we can take the same amount of hours and minutes in the day, even on the given day, right? How many of us, I'm sure all of us, have worked where one day just flies by because you're busy, certain things are happening, maybe it's flowing correctly, everything's going right. But when everything goes wrong, something happens, this takes, you know, whatever, then that has a way of making the day stretch and just goes on and on and on, like you're never going to go. Because we perceive time differently. We're too busy looking at the clock, probably. But I find it, perception of time is just, you know, it's just interesting to me. But I don't know. I thought I'd do a little short night vlog on that. And I'm looking for excuses to do videos now. I still have a lot of videos to release from my trip. I didn't release any today. I've been lazy. I also got other videos I've already edited. So that's cool. Alright. Well, I don't think there's much else really left to say here. I think it's time for me to end this, so I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one. Bye.